Tony? Come on, Tonton. I know you're in there. Hey, hot stuff. Open the door. Hey.
Yeah.
Sally would like to talk to you for a few minutes.
Look, just tell her I really can't deal with her right now.
Tony.
Kristen, I'm HIV positive. HIV positive.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, wow. Beautiful night. I thought you might be over at Tony's. You two aren't still fighting, are you?
No,
Good. What was that all about, anyway?
I don't think you'd want me to say.
Okay. I'm just glad you worked it out. I like Tony. I like Tony very much, and I love what he's done for you. He's brought you out of your shell. He's got you back in touch with your family. I think this is a good one. I think he's a keeper. Honey? Kristen, what is it?
We didn't work it out, Dad. We couldn't.
Well, I don't understand. You said you weren't fighting.
There's nothing to fight about. We love each other so much. We just can't be together. It's over.
Antonio Dominguez doesn't want to deal with me. What's that?
I have no idea, Sal. You know something? I think there's something terribly wrong with him. No, listen. The way he answered the door, it was scary.
Darla, there is nothing wrong with him. He is simply terrified of the wrath of Spectra, which is twice as bad as the wrath of Khan. He probably believes that I'm going to boil him in oil, which I may very well do. But I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because Antonio Dominguez deserves our admiration, our respect, and he deserves the world's best party. So, boiling in oil tomorrow, party tonight. Right, team? Gather up all of our resources and let us get this show on the road. I feel like dancing, don't you? Come on, bring the stuff, let's go.
You told her.
Yeah.
And?
She got tested. She's negative.
What happened?
Oh, what do you think happened? She's shocked. She's upset.
But what happened? How are you going to handle it?
I already did handle it. I told her I was HIV positive. We're done.
Done?
We said goodbye.
Forever?
Why are you acting so shocked?
Kristen didn't seem like that kind of person.
Like what kind of person?
Who would cut you out of her life.
It wasn't her decision.
Tony, you sent her away?
No, She wanted to help me through it. She wanted to be there for me, as a friend.
Is that so terrible?
It's wonderful. It's who she is. She's caring and giving for whoever's in need. And that's what I've become. Somebody in need. A victim. This morning I was her hero.
Oh, mi amor, Tony.
It's like I'm already dead.
Oh, no, mi amor. Vos seguís siendo mi héroe y vas a estar bien. Vas a estar bien, mamito, pero tenés que estar bien.
Jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny. Arriba!
Get out. Get out! Get out!
You want to tell me what that was?
Please let me talk to him.
You're going to have to stand in line, sweetheart, because I got a lot of questions I have to ask this man.
Not now.
What's the matter with you, Antonio? You got a lot of people here who care about you and they wanted to come in and show their appreciation, and you act like this?
Can't you see? He's having a hard time.
Oh, is he? Why? Is it because of Kristen Forrester? Did the Ice Princess finally freeze him out?
Sally. So help me God. You keep talking about Kristen.
I am not going to say I told you so. Don't worry. But I could, you know, because I know all about what you're feeling. I have walked in your shoes, amigo.
I don't think so.
It's true. Once a long time ago, I had my own personal Forrester, and he dumped all over me. But I didn't waste time crying about it. I fought back. You always do that in a situation like this, Antonio. You never surrender. And you take Spectra fashions along for the ride.
The ride's over, Sally.
You are tired. Sofia, why didn't you tell me he was so burnt out? All right. You don't need a party. You need a vacation.
Sally.
I'm going to send you to a desert island somewhere, okay?
That's not necessary.
I know it's not necessary. I'm not doing it for that reason. I am doing it to protect my investment. I get you on a desert island where you can really relax, then you will come back fresh, renewed, and a collection that is more brilliant than ever.
Sally. There won't be another collection.
Tony, don't.
What's the point?
What's the point? You're asking me, what's the point? What's happened to you? We were on a mission here, remember? And you're going to tell me that you don't care about that anymore?
That's right, Sally. I don't care anymore. And I quit.
It's over?
I'm sorry, Dad. I can't talk about this now.
Honey, whatever the problem is, I'm sure there's some kind of a solution. Kristen, what you and Tony have is something very special, and it's very rare. You, of all people, should understand how difficult it is to come up with that kind of a connection with
Believe me,
someone.
Dad, I know what I'm losing. I'm just scared. I'm scared of living my life without him, and I'm scared of being with him and giving up so much.
Honey, I want you to tell me what's going on. Please.
Tony has a disease.
Honey, I'm sorry. What is it? Kristen?
He's HIV positive.
All right. All right, now, everybody, let's just calm down, okay? Antonio, you are not quitting.
I can't do it anymore.
Of course you can do it, Antonio. You've been doing it. You will continue to do it. You and your designs have single-handedly brought this company back to life.
What does that matter?
What does it matter? What are you saying? What are you saying? What does it matter? It matters very, very much to the employees here. It happens to be their livelihood. And Antonio, listen to me. You know it matters to me for another reason as well. You and I talked about wanting these collections to be a success. They were going to be dedicated to the memory of my daughter Macy, remember? In this way, maybe we could make the Forresters acknowledge their responsibility for her death and give her some kind of justice. You know about this. You know we talked about it, and we were on the same page about it, Antonio.
It just doesn't seem important to me anymore, Sally.
Doesn't seem important?
Look, people die all the time.
What?
He didn't mean it like that.
Are you talking about my daughter? Are you talking about that beautiful, generous-hearted girl?
Oh.
Are you talking about her like she was nothing, like she was expendable?
Sally.
Like she was some item on an obituary column?
I'm sorry.
She was worth 1,000 to you.
Sally, I'm sorry, okay? You've been nothing but kind to me. I didn't mean it that way.
Be quiet, please. I'm not interested in anything you have to say. I want you to get out of here. I want you to get out of my building. I wouldn't have you design a collection for us if your life depended on it. Now get out. Get out of this building.
Tony, wait.
Jesus, Macy. Oh, Macy. Oh, my darling Macy.
You were tested and you were HIV negative. You were sure about that?
Dad, I am fine. I'm fine. It's Tony that I'm worried about. He is hurting so much. I don't know what to do.
You take care of yourself. You protect yourself.
Aren't you the man who just told me that what we have is too special to let go?
I didn't know he was putting your life in danger.
Daddy's not putting my life in danger. Tony wouldn't do that. Don't you remember that night that I came home? I was so upset because he rejected me. He wouldn't even kiss me. This is why. He cares about me. He cares about me more than he does himself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, God. It's just that I get so scared when I think of what could have happened. What could still happen.
You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I think I do, Kristen. You know, you don't think I know you very well, but I do know you. I do know you very, very well, and you're a sweet, sweet girl, and you have this tender heart, and you love this guy very much. How do I know you're not going to reach out to him?
I probably will.
Well, you can't. Your feelings for him are way too strong, and he's going to be suffering and hurting, and he's going to need you, and you're not going to be able to turn your back on that. And things will very easily get out of control,
No,
honey.
Tony wouldn't let that happen.
Well, he let it go this far, honey. He let you get more and more deeply involved in this thing. He knew how dangerous this was for you. You think I'm going to let him have your life in his hands? I mean, that's what this is like. Your life is in danger.
I can make my own decisions.
I want you to tell me something. I want you to tell me that you're never going to see Tony again.
I can't. Dad? Dad, what are you doing? Dad, leave him alone! Hon! Oh!
Sally. No, I don't think he meant that.
You weren't there. You didn't hear it.
But I know what he's going through. More than you do.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about that stupid breakup with Kristen Forrester? Oh, come on, please. How does that compare with my losing my daughter?
Sally, this isn't about Kristen. Tony is going through a hell of a lot right now.
What are you talking about?
Sofia told me not to say anything, but this has gotten out of hand.
What do you mean?
Tony is sick. He's really sick. And when he talks about people dying, it's because he's worried about himself.
Oh, that's impossible. We've been working together for weeks, months. If Tony had shown any symptoms of illness, I would have seen them.
There are no symptoms with HIV.
What?
Antonio has tested positive.
I want to talk to you.
You've seen Kristen?
Yes, I have.
How much did she tell you?
All of it. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry for what you're going through.
That's not what you came to say.
I'm worried about my daughter.
She tested negative, you know that, right?
Yeah. She tells me you've been very protective of her.
Yeah, I mean, what else could I do?
You could have killed her, Tony, and that's the truth. One lapse in judgment, one moment of carelessness, and that's all it would take.
But that's not gonna happen, Mr. Forrester.
No, it's not. For one simple reason. Your relationship with Kristen is over. You're not to see her, you're not to speak to her. There will be no further contact between the two of you. Do I make myself clear?